No, it's just another sip. I'm so sad. It's just not the same without him. Oh, clouds. Oh, memories. Oh, he's so fluffy and cloudy. He used to float around and carry me everywhere. He was such a good cloud. Oh, I'm so sad. So dependable, never broke down. So trustworthy. Oh well, better get a new one. Cloud yard. What's here? Crazy Clarence Cloud Yard. What's this?
Ooh-wee! That's right, I'm Crazy Clarence, and I'm here to tell you about my cloud sale. That's right, Crazy Clarence has got a crazy cloud sale today. Come down to Clarence's Cloud Yard, and we'll show you all the great deals. Here's some of the cool specials that we got. Splash clouds, camper clouds, Tesla clouds, electric, combat clouds. If you didn't know, clouds are made from water vapor, which means they're eco-friendly. Come down and check out how fuel efficient these clouds are. They're aerodynamic too. If you see a cloud that's cheaper than ours, we'll beat it by 20%. That's right. Come down to Clarence's Cloud Yard today, and I'll give you a bargain you can't possibly resist. Come down today and see all the big bargains we got. Just look for the sign that's a cloud with a cowboy hat and a wig and sunglasses on it. Clarence's Cloud Clearance Sale. Come down today.
Yeah, I'd rather walk.
Ahoy hoy, Gazzy, Buckshot Prospector. I'm out on Reedy Creek again today with my very old friend Jack. He's a really old mate of mine. He also has a channel, Unlimited Expedition, where he drives around all through Australia, and he's got a wicked car you should check out. Yeah, so we're out here just testing around, digging around today. I kind of made a mistake, and I kind of forgot to not bring my waders or my gumboots, so I'm very limited to where I can actually dig. Jack was smart enough, he brought his gumboots, but yeah. So anyway, let's get to it. Having luck already?
3 specks.
3 specks?
Oh, 4, sorry.
That's alright.
Right, that was just from the surface.
Plenty of black sand.
First dig.
What's that?
Give me a bit of time.
You'll be pulling out all the nuggets. Where was that from?
Just in the back of this sort of bedrock.
Yeah.
Crevicey thing here.
That shovel does look like it's flexing a bit.
Hey?
That shovel does look like it's flexing a bit.
It's dug me out of so many four-wheel drives.
A few specks. You got a big tin in there, like just there. So because I'm limited with not having the proper footwear to be in the creek, I'm going to just try digging in spots that's not in the creek at all. There's plenty of areas around here. I've been here before, and there was a deep gutter. We called it the Gulch. Chris called it Gadsy's Gulch. And yeah, I might dig there because we got some really good gold out of there that day. So I'm check that out. I'm going to take my trusty mini testing pan just to see what's in there. I haven't been to this spot in about a year and a half, and I remember digging here and we got pretty damn good gold in it. I think we got maybe half a gram for just digging just around in this gutter. I'll show you what it looks like. So we've got this whole area where it's eroded down through into this gutter here, and look at all this cobble here. It's a huge amount. I noticed this too. I don't know if it's I think it might have been a backfield hole, because there's heaps of cobble in there, and not much material. So yeah, that's interesting to see, because if that's an old loaming pit that they've backfilled, that's pretty cool. I have not seen anything quite like that before. So yeah, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to just try and scrape some of the clay below this cobble, just to see how many specks are in this area here. I know what you guys are thinking. This is a really strange place to look, but when you look at how everything is, it's a very good concentrator right through here. And we've got that cobble that's in the banks, and usually when it's in the banks around this area, if you dig in that cobble area, it's a really good indicator. We've had some awesome days just digging into that cobble layer. Oh my God. Mind you, it's not easy. Mainly all just clay and big bits of cobble. So let's take it to the creek. It's like an obstacle course going through there. Those rocks were covered in heaps of clay, and I was trying to wash them off the best I can. It's a bit difficult to do it because the clay's so thick. See a few bits of gold in there. Yeah, there's about 4 bits in there. I might dig around there, dig a bit more around there to see if there is any more bigger amounts of gold. Yeah. How are you going? So I've done a few tests in that gulch, and yeah, the spec count's maybe 3 to 5 specs per mini test pan. But I am looking at this. Somebody's come here and absolutely hammered this area, and I think what they were chasing was the cobble layer. This layer here, which is maybe about 1 foot to half a foot below the top surface, and it runs along the entire bank, right along here. You can see it over in that bank there. It runs right along here, and it's the same all along this whole section of the creek. There's this cobble layer, and when you hit that cobble layer, there's always a good spec count. So going around here, there's that cobble layer again up here. It hasn't been touched though, so I'm going to dig there and see what that's like. Stupidly didn't bring my pan up here. Why did I do that? Balancing that. It might help if I took the pan up there. Nah. So there's about 4 or so specks in the pan. That was in the gravel, so I might just dig down to hit a clay layer and see what it's like there. See, me and Jack went out drinking last night, and I'm a bit hungover today. Not feeling too good, but Gotta keep on digging. And it's very rare that I actually get to go out with this guy. He lives down in Melbourne, so yeah, I've been seeing him in quite some time. Oh, I can already see gold. I want more black sand in this one. That's looking a lot better. I'd say there's probably about 30 to maybe 40 specks in there. Yeah, that's looking all right. Only issue is it's high up in the bank and it's a bit of a climb to get to it. So I'm trying to think if there's another way I can get in there. I could drop down from below, but then I have to walk around and I don't know. But I better go feed Snuffy before he gets all cranky. Sorry, mate, I know it's way past lunchtime, but your dad was out drinking last night and he's feeling a bit under the weather. So I'm looking at this bank at the moment, and where I've been digging up here, there's that cobble layer, but you notice how all the trees are being pushed along here. And around the corner here, there's another bank. Now I'm just wondering, because all of this has been eroded out here, if there's a deposit on that corner over there or on the banks that are around there. We'll go and have a look. When you're out prospecting, it's very important that you are very observant of how the water might actually flow and how things might erode when there's a high flow of water going through. Looking at banks, looking at the deposits of what kind of rocks are in the banks, like cobble, for example, high velocity quartz, all those things can be a good sign that there might be a good pay layer in amongst what's been exposed since the last big floods, you know. So I'm here at this spot now. We'll have a look. Tree roots have been openly exposed since the last big flood. This looks really interesting. That I want to dig up. But also as we go along through here, there's a lot of sandy material and there's a bit of a gravel bar here. I'm not really interested in this. What I'm interested in is these banks here. Especially stuff like that as well. See how there's cobble in that bank there? Water's rushing through here. The lighter gold sometimes can deposit itself up onto these banks. So I'm going to grab a shovel from that spot up there, and I'm also going to just do a couple of test pans here just to see if there's some good deposits of gold here. If there is, I might be onto a bonanza. The only problem is I left Snuffy back up there, so if I do find any gold, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to go back and get him, I guess. God, you leave your children at home and they can't fend for themselves. I mean, I had to feed him all the time. Anyway, let's get to it. This is tight, very tight. Try and do this. Come on, go through. No. There we go. Let's see what's in that once I get out of this predicament. See, there's somebody's shoe down there. Someone got stuck here. To the creek we go. And is there any gold? 3 specks. Certainly not worth digging. So now I'm going to test this bank here to see what there is. I'm feeling so seedy right now. And 2 specks. try higher up there now on that bank. One speck. After an Australian Slovakia that Jack made, which is a sausage in a pita wrap, we've been digging around a bit. We're both still feeling a bit pretty raw after our night out, having a few drinks and stuff. So yeah, lazy day today. So yeah, I'll keep on digging around. I don't know how well this video will go, but nah. Both of us are really struggling to find any gold at this spot, so we decided that we're going to go to a different location just to see if we can get some better pans. This is Jack's beast machine. He's driven all over Australia with this Jeep, and yeah, he's done a lot of changes to it to do some pretty crazy things with it. It's your baby, isn't it?
It's my pride and joy.
And he's also got an awesome mountain bike. Look at the travel on that thing. Wow. Lucky man. I absolutely love seeing people's handiwork. I mean, they do all this work and they can't even be bothered pushing down their mullock piles or anything like that. Things like this are what will probably get prospecting banned in Victoria, because people just don't seem to understand that their actions have consequences. So yeah, after seeing that annoying amount of disrespect for what we do as a hobby, I'm going to go and find some gold. There's a fair bit of flood gold in this, probably about 50 speck. There is gold in there, but it's pretty damn fine, and the speck count's pretty damn low, so I was starting to spit here. I don't know if we're going to continue panning or not. I've dug around a fair bit around here and just not having much luck at all, so might continue on in a couple of days digging around. I'll see where Jack's at. Jack's come up with the right idea. He's sitting down. He hasn't had much luck either, so yeah, I think I'll call for today done. But yeah, it's good hanging out with you again, mate.
Thanks, enjoyed the day. It's good all the same.
My old mate. Yeah, so you'll probably see me in a day or two. I'll get back out and try and find something, but yeah. I'm back out on the creek again. I've come to a section that's got a lot of crevices that don't appear to be worked. There is workings around here, but I think they missed out on looking in the crevices because they look very heavily packed. So I'm just going to probably do that today and just dig around here. What I'm looking for is crevices like this that run horizontal through the creek. There's plenty of places where the gold can drop out and stick into those crevices. So I'm just going to try and clear out some of these and see what we get. One of my favourite things when I go out prospecting is digging out crevices, because some days I've had just awesome takes for the day. So yeah, should be good today. Yeah. I think that's enough material for now. I'll see how this goes. No big nuggets. First pan from that crevice, and yeah, that's looking pretty damn good. There's a lot of flood gold in that. That definitely means those crevices have not been cleared out. I'm just going to keep on working around here and just see how well I go. I've got a few hours here to, dig around and, find a bit of gold in there. Snuffy is actually filled full of the gold that I got with my mate Jack the other day. So I'm introducing you to Snoofy. Snoofy is the younger sister of Snuffy. So she's going to get fed today. Now eat slowly, Snoofy. Death by snoof snoof. The next crevice, and yeah, there's still a bit of gold there. There's so many options here. I don't know exactly which crevice to clear out because, yeah, there's just heaps of them here and none of them seem to be cleared out. So, yeah, it's more just lucky dip at the moment. I mean, look at that. There's just crevices everywhere. Some are hard packed. Some clearly have been cleared out, but I'll leave them alone. I just don't know where to go. That looks good. The thing is, those are in the creek, which means that I probably actually have to get my sweatpants on. And I really don't want to put my sweatpants on, even though I forgot them the other day. I just really don't want to put them on. So, yeah, maybe I will put them on, I don't know. More food for you, Snoof Snoof. Everybody's talking about my sweatpants. I've got my sweatpants. I've got my sweatpants on. About 4 pieces. Just below there, kind of looks very tempting. There's some bigger rocks there, it's below a waterfall. There's a possibility that something could be there, so I'll give it a bang. That's from just the top surface gravels. That's looking really promising, so I think I'll get the shovel out and see if I can actually dig into it a bit. The gold is pretty consistent at this spot. It's not a huge amount, but it's still good. So what I might do is just dig around all this section, see where I can get some good pans, and then just focus on that area. Yeah, there's a lot of areas here that I want to test out because there's so many catch points that there's got to be one spot that's just absolutely loaded. Well, hopefully it's loaded, I don't know. I'm starting to think that this section here is a freshly exposed section of the creek, because I'm getting a lot of gold just in this section, whilst if I dig around here I don't get much gold. So I'm thinking this is just hasn't been touched whatsoever. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna dig around in here, because if this is freshly exposed, that means none of this has been touched. I'd like to give a shout out to Pete's Gold Adventures. He does heaps of different things. He goes out detecting, goes out panning and sluicing and high banking as well. He's got a really cool homemade high banker that you should check out, because it's awesome. So go over, give him a like and subscribe. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen his channel, but yeah, it's best to go out and support each other the best way we can, and yeah, keep the love in the community going. Do that, yeah. The gold is staying pretty consistent, but I got some buckshot, yeah! It's been a while since I got some buckshot, so I am pretty damn happy. So I've been testing all through here, and the spec count isn't really going up. It seems to be this section here was probably the richest spot that I found. So what I'm going to do is go back down to the base of the waterfall, a bit further across, and just work that until I have to leave. So it's been kind of okay today. The spec counts have been around 30 a pan, maybe, something around there. So yeah, I'll just work this spot, and yeah, I've only got about half an hour left, so yeah, I've got to head off after that. And the weather's looking pretty bad at the moment. It's looking pretty grey. It's supposed to start raining at about 1 o'clock, so yeah. There is a lot of broken up bedrock here, so there's a lot of places where it can actually catch. The problem that I'm finding though with this broken up bedrock is there's a lot of thick clay between the crevices that it breaks open to. So it's making it very difficult to actually punch through and actually grab any decent material. So yeah, that's just how it goes, I guess. Last pan of the day, and yeah, that's alright to finish off on. So I've got to head off now. The weather's turning as well, so yeah, I guess I'll see you back at my place. Yeah. Here's all the gold that I got for those 2 days. Next to the amount of alcohol I should have drunk the night before I went out and filmed. Here's the first day's gold and here's the second day's gold. I'm just going to weigh them up together. I'd like to thank Matt Hahn for giving me a 3D printed mini pan. That's so cool. I'll be using this to weigh up in, and also for other little things. So my guess for the gold is going to be the weight of an amoeba's wallet. Do this gingerly. Ooh, yeah, come on. Here we go. Ah, that it. 0.21. Yeah, that's how it goes. 0.20, I'm happy with that, even though it's not a huge amount. I probably could have found a bit more if I wasn't hungover the first day I went out with Jack, and I should have brought my waders, but I didn't because I was still hungover. But yeah, it's good hanging out with him, and you should go and check out his channel, The Unlimited Expedition. He drives around in his Jeep around Australia, and yeah, if you like four-wheel driving and seeing what Australia is like, it's a great channel to go and check out. I should also mention about the seal. The seal, yeah, he kind of got away, and well, yeah. I think if you like and subscribe to the channel, he might come back. But I'm just warning everybody, if you do happen to see the seal out on the creek or out in the open anywhere, don't approach him, just contact me, because he's likely to attack. He may seem timid and friendly and everything, but he's very, very vicious, that little seal. He's wild. He's got this crazy look in his face. So look at him. That's his natural state. So yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming along for the adventure, and until next time, see ya!